So, story points are a technique used in Agile teams to estimate the effort required to complete a piece of work. Story points are a technique used in Agile teams to estimate the effort required to complete a piece of work. Instead of estimating tasks in hours or days, teams assign a number of points that represent the relative complexity, effort, and uncertainty of a task. Instead of estimating tasks in hours or days, teams assign a number of points that represent the relative complexity, effort, and uncertainty of a task. Story points help teams focus on comparing work items rather than predicting exact time. Story points are commonly used in the framework of Scrum, where work is organized into short iterations called sprints. During sprint planning, the team reviews backlog items and estimates them using story points. These estimates help the team decide how much work they can realistically complete in a sprint. Unlike traditional time estimates, story points measure relative effort. For example, if one task is assigned 2 story points and another is assigned 4 story points, the second task is considered roughly twice as complex or time-consuming. The numbers do not represent hours, but rather a comparison between tasks. Most Agile teams use a modified Fibonacci sequence for story points, such as 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and 21. The numbers increase quickly because larger tasks carry greater uncertainty. As work becomes more complex, it becomes harder to estimate precisely, so the spacing between numbers increases. So there are several factors that influence story point estimates. These include the complexity of the work, the amount of effort required, and of course, the level of uncertainty or risk involved. A task that is technically difficult, or maybe a bit unclear, may receive more story points than a straightforward task. Story points are usually assigned during a team activity called estimation. One popular estimation technique is planning poker. In this activity, each team member privately selects a story point value, and then the team discusses any differences in estimates until they reach agreement. Using story points really encourages team collaboration. Developers, testers, and other team members all share their perspectives about the work. This discussion often uncovers hidden complexity or even missing requirements that might otherwise be overlooked. Over time, teams track how many story points they complete in each sprint. This measurement is called velocity. Velocity helps the team predict how much work they can deliver in future sprints, and it really improves planning accuracy. Story points also support better backlog management. Product owners can prioritize features while considering the effort required to implement them. This helps balance business value with development capacity, which is quite important. One important rule is that story points are unique to each team. A 5-point story in one team may not be equal to a 5-point story in another team. Each team develops its own understanding of story point sizes based on their experience. In summary, story points provide a simple way for Agile teams to estimate and plan work without relying on exact time predictions. By focusing on relative effort and team collaboration, story points help teams deliver value more predictably and, really improve planning in Agile development.